cherry blossom season in Washington, D.C. Spring has sprung around the Tidal Basin and the cherry blossoms are just starting to bloom. The Tidal Basin is a body of water that's surrounded by several memorials, including the Martin Luther King Memorial, the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Memorial, the Jefferson Memorial, and of course the Washington Monument, which you can barely see behind me. And there's paddle boats with people paddling around the water, and it's absolutely beautiful this morning. Behind me might look a little barren at the moment. Right now it's March 17th and the Cherry Blossom Festival starts in about 3 days, and the cherry blooms are scheduled to be at full peak around April 5th. Right now it's not that crazy, but I hear when the cherry blossoms are at full bloom, it gets packed around this tidal basin with tourists. The National Cherry Blossom Festival celebrates the gifting of Japanese cherry cheese to Washington, D.C. from the Tokyo mayor of 1912. And the first official Cherry Blossom Festival was held in 1934 and continued annually, but it was temporarily suspended during World War II. There are a ton of activities surrounding the National Cherry Blossom Festival, including an official opening ceremony, cultural shows, a kite festival, and there's a cherry blossom themed pop-up bar that a friend and I went to check out. Even though we got there before the bar opened, we still had to wait in line to get in, and it was super crowded inside, but it was worth the visit because it was really cute, and they had cocktails served in cups that looked like little Japanese cats and fish, and they had an area where you could order ramen that was decorated with a large artistic ramen bowl and noodles and toppings. Of the cherry blossoms around the Tidal Basin, there are opportunities to see cherry blossoms in other places. We actually saw a large number of cherry blossom trees lining the road on a drive to Northern Virginia. The blossoms are in full bloom in some places more than others. Now is the time to go to Washington, D.C. if you want to catch the cherry blossoms around the Tidal Basin. But if you can't make it to Washington, D.C., there are other places you can see beautiful cherry blossoms, including New York City, where they bloom a little later than the ones in D.C. because we're a little further north. They bloom in Central Park, in places in Brooklyn and Roosevelt Island. So if you miss the cherry blossoms in DC, come to New York and check them out. I'm sure you can find them in other places. If you know of a nice place to see cherry blossoms this time of year, please let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and you want to see more of my travels, please hit subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when more videos are available. Until next time, bye!